Welcome back at 7 after 12 o'clock. It is flu season, and Tibb Solutions are talking about a holistic path to prevention. And our guest today is Nico Taljaard. He's a rep of Tibb Health Sciences. Hello, Nico. Welcome back to the program after, I think we spoke last in the month of Ramadan. So nice
That's true.
speaking with you once again. A good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to all the listeners. And yeah, it's this time of the year again, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
I don't like this time of the year. So
I
let's
don't
look at
think
what
I
are the
don't think
key
anybody
factors.
does.
True,
Yeah.
and especially with these cold snaps, goodness me. What would you say are the key factors that weaken immune systems during cold and flu season? How can we strengthen our natural resources or natural defenses?
Exactly. Well, this is it. If you think about in the past, nobody was so aware of viruses as we are now. And there are lots of new viruses coming out, like we used to have, always used to have it. But I think the COVID just put emphasis on viruses. And the thing with viruses is that it all depends on your immune system. Some of them are tough, some of them that's coming out now, like the retinovirus, which is a new one, the swine flu that we've heard about. Fortunately, we can't, a human can't get bird flu. But yeah, this is the time of the year where the swing of temperatures upsets a lot of things, and it sort of, in a way, protects the viruses, and especially the airborne viruses. Now, viruses and germs, bacteria, and especially for the upper respiratory tract sort of infections that you can get, like the otitis media, that's the middle ear infection, the pharyngitis, the tonsillitis, uh, and even as far well, bronchitis as well, and then more seriously we can get pneumonias, and it's all mixed infections. Now, the big thing is with the viruses, there is a little booklet by Patrick Holford, The Flu Fighters, where he explains how the immune system sort of operates and what you can do. But the immune system can go that far. And our immune system is basically like our fingerprints. Everybody's immune system is at a different level, and it's a very complicated system. It's not just vitamin C that you have to take before winter. Yes, it helps, and I'll tell you just now how it works. But I think the viruses and the viruses that stimulate what we call the secondary infection, that is when you get your sore throats and your rhinitises, everything upstairs, from your throat up, your ears, your tonsils, your nose,
So your
everything is
upper respiratory.
upper respiratory tract infections. Yes, and that is
Mm.
caused by bacteria, and we call them the gram-positive bacterias. And it's very, very interesting. I'm getting some reports from microbiology that the bacteria differ from area to area, and in some areas you get a more severe type of infection than in other areas. Now,
And why
what?
is that, Nico?
Sorry.
Why is
Mhm.
that? Why does it differ from area to area?
Because of the population. You see, some in some areas people are more uh, prone to infections. Your higher, let's call it your higher income areas, and the reason for that is that we live a lot more hygienically, you know. And there's an old saying, or the doctors will tell you that the more if a dog licks a child in his face, that's a good thing. because we get a bacteria into our systems which is not virulent or which is not infective prone, and your body will recognize it and produce an antigen. It'll go into your immune system and you will recognize that bacteria once it eats your body. But so I remember when we just got a house, and next door the children were dirty and they played in the mud and they were outside in the rain and they got wet. My children was hygienically clean and they were always inside the house and always
And
warm
always
clothes.
and always sick with colds and
And that,
flu.
yes, both of them, both of my children ended up in hospital with pneumonia.
Oh
And
gosh.
next door, nothing could touch those children. So
Okay,
then,
Nico, let's talk from a Tibb health sciences perspective.
yes,
What
yes,
natural
yes.
remedies or lifestyle practices do you recommend for us to prevent getting sick in winter or severely sick in winter?
That's right. We've got a product called Septogard. Septogard is pronounced as a natural antibiotic. And I still remember the first time when we launched it many years ago. When we spoke to pharmacists, they said a natural antibiotic, and I had to remind them about penicillin G, or as Professor Seftel said, it was penicillin God. It saved many lives. That was the first uh, uh, penicillin that was natural. It came from that mold that was on top of jam in the old days when it wasn't all sterilized. Anyway, that was so. Septogard is our natural antibiotic, but it is a combination product. In other words, it's no these days. It's not only not only need to kill the bacteria or to stop the bacteria from escalating its infection, but you also there's inflammation. That is the redness and the swelling in your throat. And then you've got your microbes or your bacteria, which causes the infection. It attacks the cells in your throat, and then there's antioxidants, that floats around your body, and then there is your immune system. Now, if you look at Septogard, it's a combination product of a lot of ingredients. It has been developed over many years, and by trial and error. And if you look at the composition of and the pharmacological actions of Septogard, it's an anti-inflammatory. It's got three ingredients that basically is for anti-inflammatory. It's got four antimicrobial agents, in other words, antibiotics. And just by the way, Tinospora cardifolia was tested in the US by Professor Coden, and he found that in the lab it actually kills the bacteria. And a lot of people think it's only an immune booster. No, it's actually works against the bacteria. Then it's got antioxidant activities. He's got seven ingredients that has got antioxidant ingredient activity. And then the biggest thing is we are an immune booster. So it's almost like everything you need is in Septogard. Septogard has also got the variations. It's got the syrups for children, and it's also got old people that find it difficult to swallow tablets can also use the syrup. Okay, and besides the fact that it's for upper respiratory tract infections that we see a lot now, it's for skin infections, it's for ear, nose, and throat infections, which in a lot of people's mind is a different category. of infections, but it's really not. If you look at a baby, the little tube, the eustachian tube that
Mm.
connects the outer ear with the inner ear, the middle ear, with the throat is sort of horizontal. So if a baby's got a sore throat, it's going to get a sore ear, or if it's got a sore ear, it's going to get a sore throat, because these bacteria has got a sort of a horizontal flow to reinfect the areas. Then the other
Okay.
thing,
Nico, I'll have to interrupt you there, please. I'm
no,
sorry about
sure,
that. We need to go for an ad break. When you come
okay.
back, we'll continue the discussion. And I also want to know, are there early warning signs we can look out for to stop a cold or flu before it fully develops? But all of that and much, much more right after the ad
Okay,
break.
no problem.
Penny Appeal's Education First campaign helps children to get access to quality education.
I'm 14 years old. When I grow up, I'd like to be a scientist.
We believe every child belongs at school,
And we want education, a better education.
learning and dreaming their way to a better future. With your help, we can provide classrooms, desks, stationery packs, and school shoes. Help make these dreams a reality. Visit www.pennyappeal.org.za or call 031 1100 573. Penny Appeal. Small change, big difference.
Shimmer, sparkle, captivate. Nothing less than a masterpiece. Droplets of gold inspires precious design. Platinum bursts with intricate freshness. And every pure diamond becomes more than just a girl's best friend. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, where timeless dreams become a reality. Come to us. We tailor-make designer gold, platinum, and diamond jewelry. Trade in or remodel your old gold. Clad yourself with classy name-branded watches. We offer insurance valuation and freezer card calculation. Visit us at 534 Ridge Road, Overport, or call 031 208 9142. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, manufacturers of fine gold and diamond jewelry.
You South African, of course. You anxious about the future. We've got you covered. Build on your wealth portfolio with Randry Jewelers Gold Coin Exchange. Visit us at 151 Stephen Dlamini Road, Musgrave, Durban, or call us on 031 202 4700 for more information. Randry Jewelers Gold Coin Exchange, your passport to gold investment.
Valley's Motor Spares. We supply motor spares and accessories for all makes and models of motor cars, LDVs, bakkies, trucks, and earth-moving equipment. We deliver on time, every time. Please contact us via WhatsApp on 014-592-0925 or call 014-592-0925 or visit 28 Zenderling Street, Rustenburg. Remember the name, Valley's Motor Spares.
Dad, these Frymax chips are so tasty.
Wow, that really takes me back. My dad bought me a Frymax chips every day after school. They were my favorite when I was your age as well. Quality is at the very heart of what we do, and that's why we ensure that every Frymax packet is filled with the beautiful goodness and flavor-packed taste that you've come to expect from us since 1982. Frymax, from generation to generation.
It's a new beginning. It's a new era. Salam Media. Humanitarian journalism.
Welcome back. I'm talking with Nico Taljaard. He is a rep of Tibb Health Sciences. We're talking about flu season, and we have about 9 minutes to go before wrap up of the show. So let me give you a couple of questions, Nico, and then you can respond to those, in a cluster. I did ask you, are there early warning signs we can look out for to stop a cold or flu before it fully develops? And then let's also look at diet and digestion, how that plays a role in immune health. What would you suggest regarding supplements during flu season. And the other very, very important one is many people struggle with coughs, both dry and wet coughs that linger even after the
Correct.
flu is gone. What
Yeah.
causes a persistent cough from a holistic health perspective? And do you have a specific preparation that will address both the dry and the wet cough, even though this cough seems to linger way after flu season?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I get carried away with
No, not at
September,
all. Not at all.
and I
I
can
just
tell you,
need,
I can
I
keep you
needed to
busy
get,
until 4 o'clock with that.
I'm sure, and I could talk to you for days on end, but I just needed to get in
Yeah,
a few very
no,
important
sure,
questions.
sure. No. The signs and the symptoms. A person knows. A lot of people will know that when it's the winter season, they're going to get a cold. You know, and the symptoms are basically the headache, the chills that you get. You get a slightly sore throat, a tonsil that's starting to pain a little bit, and that cold fever, as they call it. Those are the signs, the basic signs. But I think most people will know something's changed, something's wrong. Now, just to end off with Septiguard and get onto your other questions, you can take it prophylactically. In other words, a lot of people will go for the flu injection, which is great. There's no problem with that. But if you're a person that haven't got time, to go to a pharmacy to get a flu injection, you can take Septiguard. One in the morning, one in the evening. In the beginning of the flu season, even if you haven't got flu, at the moment, you can take it as a prevention. Okay, so to get back onto the other stuff, yes, you get a dry cough and you get a productive cough. The one will produce phlegm, and normally you get that greenish yellow sputum. If you cough it up and you spit it out, you can see it's like very sticky, it's very solid. Okay, so you need mucolytic, as they call it, that will thin the mucus. We've got a product called Chest Ease. When you've got a tight chest, especially if you're asthmatic, asthmatics sort of tend, when they get bronchitis or flu for that matter, they're a little bit more serious than a normal person getting it. But if you have a cough, you just cough, but nothing happens, nothing comes out. You need you need to thin that mucus. You need to. I know some of the ads on TV will tell you how to thin your mucus, but the thing is, once you thinned it, you have to get it out. It's no use. It hangs in the lungs, and it reduces your lung capacity, your breathing. You become short of breath. What you need is an expectorant. So, in other words, a product that will bring out, and you will cough it out, and that is Chest Ease. That's why we call it Chest Ease. It will ease your breathing, and it will ease it out. If you've just got a cough that is sort of irritating, but your breathing is normal, we've got Cough Care. It's got honey in, medical approved honey. Please remember, honey can be very dangerous to children because it can contain pollens, and if they are allergic to pollens, they can have a bronchospasm. In other words, their lungs sort of tightens up. So please be careful with honey, but honey is a very good anti-inflammatory product. So yeah, that's what we've got for the coughs. There's two types of cough mixtures that we've got, and you can give it. They're all natural, and you can give it from very, very early ages for children, and so on. So the thing is, we've got another product which I would just like to mention to you guys. It's called Flu Relief, Tibb Flu Relief. Now, Tibb Flu Relief is exactly what it says. It's got so many attributes to it. It's pain relieving, it's antibacterial, it's anti-inflammatory, it's an antioxidant, it reduces phlegm, it reduces fever. So the big thing is, if you really get into the flu, before, if once you've got flu, if you take Septogard plus flu relief, that is an optimal therapy for you.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So you've actually preempted my next question and my final question on the interview today. And that is.
Sorry, I lost you there. I lost you there.
Okay. All right. My producers just fixed it. My final question, which you have already answered, but I just want another part to the answer. If someone is already sick, how can they recover faster while supporting the body holistically rather than just masking the symptoms? So you did indicate Septogard and flu relief. Is there anything
Yes.
they should take? And if not, how long should they be taking the Septogard and the flu relief for them to overcome the flu?
Okay. What you can take with these preparations is obviously fairly high doses of vitamin C. You can take selenium. You can take vitamin D, and you can take vitamin D, C, and selenium and zinc. Those are all sort of additives that would add on to your defense system as such.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And would this just be for the winter months, or would you advocate this type of support throughout the year?
Well, it depends on your immune system. If you're a healthy person, obviously you don't need all of that. But if you are somebody that gets sick very quickly, you can take Septogard right throughout the year, because remember, it's not only for upper respiratory tract infections; it's for lower tract infections as well, cystitis and sinusitis. It's such an all-rounder that you can almost prophylactically, if you're everybody knows that they sort of a very sick person, just in general, and with them they can take Septogard all year around, 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening, and that should keep them afloat. If you can call
Nico
it that.
Taljaard, that's where we're going to be leaving it. That's all we have time for. Thank you indeed. You do represent Tibb Health Sciences. Thank you indeed for all this valuable information as we're entering the flu season, or rather, we're in the middle of the flu season. So thank you and God bless.
My pleasure. God bless you too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
12:31 news, mid-morning show, and our final guest is connecting up with us, and we're going to be talking about another important matter, and that, of course, is you, Laurie Lake, communications and education specialist.